All right, this is part two to the lesson. Salakia is because I'm making a part two because I was making a lesson, and then the post or the video that I had that I was making a lesson based off of it got lost in the algorithm. You know how that shit go. You freaking swipe and then it's gone. But I found it. I found it again. Now what I didn't find that I wanted to go into was the comments. So, but that's okay. You know that's just a loss. But nonetheless, we're getting into this topic, going into these so-called black women. And like I said, the video is going to be titled, this is part two, but this is just another reason, that the so-called black woman is not to be desired and not to be, man, don't focus on don't focus on, these so-called black women right now, especially not the so-called black woman, nor these Israelite women in general. Now, if you got a woman and she's an Israelite and she's doing well, cool. I mean, I'm not telling you exactly what to do. I'm just telling you to be aware and to be circumspect and keep your head on a spiritual swivel and to not target and go after these women to date them, or to even, like, if you want to get if you're using wisdom and you want to get your rocks off, then you can do that, then cool. But even with that, you still got to use wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I would recommend that you not deal with the so-called black woman, period. Like, just at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can do what you want to do, but if you can help it, you know what I mean? Just at all. Because that to me, I speak as a man, that to me, that's how demonic and wicked they is. I feel like they not right, man. Especially for the men of the Lord. We have a very important mission, which is to teach this word and to prophesize unto the hopeful elect and prophesy the downfall of Esau, Edom, and this wicked defiled kingdom. Okay. We don't got time to be sitting here trying to get hemmed up, get trapped up, get entangled, dealing with the black woman. Because that's what's going to happen every time, bro. Every time dealing with these women, man, dealing with these fucking wicked motherfucking Israelite women is going to get you destroyed, gang. It's going to get you destroyed, bro. And for what? For some refurbished box? These women are wicked, man. They are against Yahawashi. They are anti-Hamashiach. And we're finna get an example, because I don't want to make this video long. But we understand that the Lord Yahawashi has taken the majority of the Judite women. Now, the Northern Kingdom, they typically can grow some good hair. But even with the Northern Kingdom women, sometimes they also are, bald headed or very short hair. Like, they got the pixie cut, like the real short hair, because they either damaged it or they cut it down, because these women, they be getting chemicals and what's it called, perms and all these things, which is really not natural at all. Like, to put a chemical perm in your hair is not something that our women are going to be doing in the kingdom of heaven, through the spirit. And if I had my way, my woman wouldn't do that. But since these women have liberty, Esau, Edom has given them liberty to gad abroad, then therefore they do what they do. And one of the things that they do, since they don't have hair, which I'm finna get that precept, because I've been talking a little bit too much, is they use fake hair. But this fake hair that they're using is to their detriment. It's to their downfall. It's to their unbetterment. All right, because you have all of this millions and millions upon millions of dollars and all that coming out of the so-called black community, and it's all coming from our women, because they're insecure about their hair, about their beauty, because the Lord has taken away, these women's beauty, man. He's taking away their hair and things of that nature, which I'm finna get into the precept that the Lord has cursed the Israelite woman, and this is what she has to resort to. All right. And this kind of just shows her mindset and her rebellion, because, the Lord took away my hair, whatever. I'm just going to go get some fake hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to go, do X amount of X. Ultimately, I say don't go after these women, because their spirit, in my opinion, I speak as a man, but I have the Holy Spirit, Rakakwadash, Lord willing, dealing with me. These women, out of all the women on the planet Earth, between the Edomite, Moabite, the Israelite woman is top one. There ain't no two. She is she is the highest in the form of rebellion against the Lord and Yahawah and the men of the Lord and the men of Israel. She is the highest form of rebellion against the men of the Lord, the Israelites, okay, and against the truth, man. Just straight demon, a straight enemy. You know what I mean? She's joined hand in hand with Esau, man. Okay, I've never I couldn't even imagine dating and trying to really deal with one of these women, like getting in a relationship, having a child, a baby. What say you? I feel bad for men that's in this walk and they got to deal with these beasts, but that's a part of your walk because the Lord directs the steps through the Spirit, so you got to deal with that demon. But I do feel bad for you because I'm not going to do it. I speak as a man. I'm not doing it. I will not let the so-called black woman destroy me. All right, because that's all they're here to do. All right, because if they're not serving a man, then they putting hell on a man. And there's only two options: you either serving your man, or you putting hell on them. That's all they gonna do. All right, and they putting hell on on men in the society at an all-time high. Now, like I said, I've been talking a little bit too much, but sometimes it be like that because you gotta set the precedent. You gotta go into it and break it down a little bit. Let's get into this precept, just going into how the Lord took away particular things and cursed the women of the Israelite women, man. All right, so let's start. Here we go. We're gonna start at verse 16. All right, it says, and you gotta remember as well that the Lord Yahawashi, according to Jeremiah, I believe the 6th chapter, that the Lord looks at Israel as a comely and delicate woman. So you got to keep in mind that we as a whole, as a nation of Israel, starting with the men, we went off and we worship other gods and we disrespected the Most High by worshiping other false idols and gods of the other heathen nations that we were mingled amongst, because the children of Israel has been scattered via many captivities amongst the nations. And when we were amongst those nations, we did the works of those nations. We took on the mindset of those nations and became like unto those nations, which means that we became like unto heathens. We became unclean. All right, and the Lord became angry and wroth with us, so he put certain judgments upon us, our women. He put the curses written in Deuteronomy 28 and 15 on down. All right, but anyway, this is Isaiah 3:16. It says, moreover, saith the Lord Yahawah, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. Okay, and this is talking about the women, all right, are haughty and walk forth with stretched forth necks. And I'm sure you see our women doing that, like, making the neck go back and forth. Like I ain't gonna do that. Like just I hate to hear a black woman talk, bro. I hate them bitches. I ain't gonna lie. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can get the fuck off the video. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't like wickedness. The Lord said, hate the evil. Them bitches is evil. Them bitches, I can feel it. I can see it. We got the spiritual discernment to see it. I can see it in their spirit and in their eyes. It's all in their body language. They hate Yahawashi. They hate the Lord. They hate men. They hate righteousness. They hate order. That shit infuriates me, man. Because ultimately, they hate Yahawashi. Because Yahawashi is the ultimate representation of order and manhood. And if they could, they would hang the Lord again. They would crucify the Lord again. If these women could have an opportunity, it's a good thing that won't never happen. It says, are haughty, which means they're prideful. Walk forth with stretched forth necks, wanton eyes, which means a woman with wanton eyes is a woman that has undisciplined eyes. That means if she's in the grocery store with her man, she sees another man that she finds attractive, she's gonna eye him down. She's gonna give that man discreet looks, like, I see you, but I'm with my man, but I see you and I think you're cute, and I want you to see me too, but all we can do is just look at each other. That's what she's gonna do. And what she's doing in that moment is she's committing not physical adultery, but she's committing a form of adultery, like basically emotional adultery. I mean, it's still adultery because if y'all both looking at each other, you think like, oh, you want to deal with her, but she already got a man, then you already committed adultery. It speaks about that in John, the 5th chapter. Going into adultery. In your mind, like you already want to deal with a married woman in your mind, then you have already committed adultery, which is why we got to get out. We got to get out this flesh, because this flesh is wicked, all right? And we want to get put in those new bodies in which we don't go off, we don't sin. I'm not gonna have to worry about thinking about, dealing with another man's woman, or accidentally dealing with another man's woman because this woman lied and said she ain't had no man. Come to find out she did have a man. Now we both, you know what I'm saying? Just shit like that, man. It says wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, making a tinkling with their feet, which means, they have bracelets on their feet. And, if they walk, then, in ancient world, they would tinkle. They would, and it happens in today's times as well, but they would make noises so you could hear her when she came, around the corner and things of that nature. Verse 17, the point, therefore the Lord will smite the scab of the crown. So majority of Judite women and, some of the Northern Kingdom women, they have a hard time having hair, growing hair. And so what they resort to is wigs and synthetic braids. But I'm finna bring out some information that I've seen, in which we've been knew, but I'm bringing it out again, that these braids and the hair that these women get and put in their head, because this hair is from animals. It's from other heathen women that grow out their hair. They can grow their hair, cut it, and then sell it to you because you can't grow no hair. If that's not a curse, and then what the fuck is? But this is the problem that our women have, and it's because of disobedience. It's because they hate the Lord, man. All right, so they try to bypass Yahawashi by, going to Esau, going to the Moabites, going to the Ammonites, whoever is selling this shit, and getting hair. But the Lord is not mocked. He's not a fool. So you want to go against my ways when I just cursed you and took away your hair, and you try to go around me, then I'm just going to give you a disease. I'm just going to make the hair that you putting in your head, that's not even your real hair, I'm going to make it toxic unto you. The Lord is cold. It says in verse 18, it says, in that day will the Lord take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments. In what day? In the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, in the day of judgment, in the time of Jacob's trouble is synonymous. You women are going to get fucked up. There's not going to be a hedge of protection. There's not going to be no one to save you, because you women have been living high off the hog. No one can tell you nothing. You're in pure rebellion. Well, guess what? When Jacob's trouble comes, all hell breaks loose. Famine, death, pestilence, all these things that were prophesied to come upon the earth, when they finally do come, and you're just a woman, you're just a girl, then you're going to be taken by these things. You're not going to be ready. All right. But the point was in verse 17. So let's go back to Instagram and let's listen to what he's saying about this hair that they're putting in their head and how toxic it is to them. It's to their, if they would just grow their own shit, or just be okay with what they can grow, then everything would be cool. But the so-called black woman is rebellious as all hell, and she's not a good woman. She's not even a woman, period, because a woman means a female servant. The so-called black woman is not in the spirit to serve anybody or anything. Okay? She's just wicked. But anyway, let's listen to what he's saying about this hair and how much of a detriment it is to these women. So let me get a precept. As you can see, if you're wondering what does synthetic hair look like, this is what it looks like. I don't know where they even grow this shit. I don't even know where, but this is not real. It looks decent, but it's not real. And as you can see, the main progenitor or proponent characters that wear this hair is these women that you see. As you can see, like, look at this woman. This is not shame face. That's not shamefaced. Hold on. This is a whore. This is a whore. That is also a whore.
Why my bad bitches? I'm pretty than a motherfucker. House be looking okay. She thinking she fucking with me. Is this?
This is a whore as well. And you know, I'm not knocking it. I guess if it was a real hair, I guess it would look good. But this is not real hair. This is some shit that you bought or whatever. I don't know, wherever you got it from. Some shit that they curated. I don't know. Either way is toxic. But I'm just showing you before I go into the article or the video what this hair looks like. So you know if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you have. You know, you go outside, go to the gas station, you gonna see a bitch with some weave and some fucking bullshit in. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, you know, she's a fair looking woman, but I'm not attracted to this, man. The black women, man, they just trash, man. They don't do it. They just trash, man. They're not in the right spirit. And that makes them undesirable and unattractive. Anyway, so let's go into the video and we can go into it and see what's going on with this hair.
Our latest investigation found carcinogens in all 10 products of artificial braiding hair that we tested. Beauty products such as synthetic braiding hair are largely unregulated, and some ingredients are not required to be listed on the package. This puts the health of people who wear synthetic braiding hair and the braiders who install them at risk. If you wear synthetic braids, one tip to decrease your overall exposure is to take breaks between installs. Braids are often worn for many weeks, and prolonged repeated exposure increases your risk. We contacted all synthetic braiding hair brands we tested for comment. Only 2, Sensational and Magic Fingers, responded, both disagreeing with our testing methodology. Hair's own Sensational said, "We unequivocally stand by the safety of Sensational products."
Now let me say this. Sensational, whoever the fuck the company is, they're not looking out for their best, the people's best interest. They understand the target audience for this hair. And it's to who? To you Israelite women. You think this company gives a fuck about the well-being of you Israelite women? Then you haven't understood the track record of America and Babylon the Great for the last 500 plus years. If you think they care about the well-being of an Israelite woman or Israelite man, tripping. They just trying to make money off of you. So yes, they will sell you toxic. They will sell you toxic products so that you can put in your hair, so that you can destroy yourself because you don't got no hair, because you are rebellious and don't want to return unto the Lord. Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna say, "Oh no, everything's safe. It's all safe." It's not safe. Why would we trust Esau, whoever runs this company? Like, you don't trust the devil. Oh yeah, our hair is safe. No, it's not, bro. You know what I'm saying? The very fact that you gotta put in fake hair into your real hair lets you know that shit's unclean. This shit's unclean anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna probably put all type of spirits on you. Because you notice when a bitch puts that hair in her hair, she gets more proud because she be like, "Oh, I look more beautiful." And, you know what I'm saying? But when you didn't have that hair in your head, you were shamefaced. You were a little bit humbled. But as soon as you put that fake hair in your head, bitch want to get proud, and it's not even your real hair, man.
And our company urges consumers to continue to confidently use Sensational products. Magic Finger said that we strongly stand by the safety of our products and the quality materials used to make them. Neither company responded to questions about whether or not they do pre-market testing of their products for lead, volatile organic compounds, or other contaminants. Read our full investigation, including other concerning findings from our tests, through the link in our bio. Our latest investigation found carcinogens in all 10 products of artificial braiding hair that we tested.
Listen, so ultimately the hair is unclean. So, but if I go into the comments, you're going to find a whole bunch of fat-ass black women or retarded-ass bitches trying to justify continuing to wear this fuck shit. Let's go to another video. I wanted to...
Y'all just take a second. Take a...
Like... Let me pause. I mean, let's look at this woman right here. There's a lot of men that will be like, "This bitch is beautiful." This bitch is fucking ugly to me, man. That fucking, look at this hair, bro. That hair, bro. Oh man, I can't do it, bro. These hoes look disgustingly ugly to me, man. You know what I mean? Like, the black woman don't do it, bro. Like, look at this shit.
Get into the material. This bob is bobbing like no bob ever could. I am in love with how full this is. I'm completely in love with how full this is. I usually don't even get my hair this full, but I love it.
Man, whatever, dude. I got one more video, but that was really the point. This shit is toxic. If you continue to keep using it, even though you know it's toxic, then you're just gonna die, or something's gonna happen to you.
Look at this, y'all. Synthetic hair braids linked to cancer and fibroids in black women. Listen to what this woman got to say about it. Then I'm going to give you some solutions.
As a black woman scientist, I do not use synthetic braiding hair. I know most of the synthetic braiding hair we use and that can be found in beauty supply stores have toxic chemicals in them, like acrylonitrile, which has been labeled as a probable human carcinogen, and also vinyl chloride, which has been linked to cancers like leukemia and liver cancer. When the braiders are heating up synthetic hair to seal the braids, it releases toxic gases called VOCs, volatile organic compounds, and these can make asthma and breathing issues worse. Imagine black communities where asthma rates are already high. Some synthetic braids even have flame retardants, and these chemicals are linked to cancer and reproductive issues.
80% of black women will experience fibroids in their lifetime, which can lead to the removal of their uterus in many cases. That can be prevented by following these steps right here. Number 1, try not to sit for prolonged periods of time. This cuts off the circulation in the uterus, leading to fibroids. Number 2, take this formula to Portal. It contains a combination of fibroid busting herbs like Vitex, which is known to balance progesterone and estrogen, reducing heavy bleeding and fibroid sizes. And number 3, stay away from the synthetic hair. And if you need more healing guidance, comment heal below.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about all the other shit that he was talking about. You know, you would have to go and fact check that shit on your own time. But the number one thing he did say, man, stay away from this fucking hair. I hate a bitch with some fucking colorful fucking blonde, blue, red fucking weave, man. You like a child. You like a clown. Like, man, we grown women and men, man. Why is your hair green, bitch? Why is your hair red, bitch? The fuck is you got going on? Bitch hair purple. What the fuck? Hey, man, don't wear this shit. To the next video. Shalom.